Hi, good morning. Today's lesson we'll talk about the non-digital media for teaching, types and its application. As you can see from the slide, it is stated that media is a simple method for the intentional communication of a thought or idea. In this way, tweets and novels are those media, as are poems and interactive timelines, websites and short stories, paintings, graffiti, and others. It is cited from HIC 2018. There are several differences lying between these media. You can differ them from their purpose and audience. For example, you can differ the media for kids, children, or adult. You can also differ them from the duration and intensity. About the tone and structure also can differ those media and also other obvious or less obvious components. But what is important to clarify is that the media is the star. But the educator's goal is importantly to support students in processing that media, that is identifying, analyzing, evaluating, revising, repurposing, and so on. So going to the main topic of these slides. So what are non-digital teaching aids? The usual non-digital teaching media or traditional teaching aids are blackboards, textbooks, charts, pictures, posters, maps, and so on. You can easily find them at your classroom, in your classroom, and you can easily use them since you were in elementary school because almost every school had these teaching aids to support the process of teaching and learning. Let us learn deeper about these teaching aids one by one. First, we are sure that you are popular or familiar with these stuffs, Blackboard and chalk. Blackboard is one of the very old and most used teaching aids in the schools along with the textbooks. Recently, blackboards have been changed to green boards, but the basic function of the boards remain the same actually. In some classrooms, the blackboards are permanently made of cement and mortar. However, despite the color difference, the function of blackboard are still the same. It is the most handy and useful tool of a teacher in the classroom. The teacher has to take white chalk to describe the things on the blackboard or for writing the notes of lesson it for the students to copy. And one thing that we can remember from blackboard and chalk is that it's very easy to use. You can use it repeatedly and you can easily delete what is already on the blackboard. So that's why it is categorized as the most handy and useful teaching aids. Now let's move on to the second teaching aids. Textbooks. Yes, the prescribed textbooks of studies for particular classes in a school have been the other very useful tool in the hands of the teacher for centuries, whereby a teacher uses the textbook to read and explain the students everything contained in the textbook lesson. Sometimes the teacher asks the students to mark or underline important ideas appearing in lessons and difficult words or the concepts, which the students may fail to grasp. Besides, it is when students using textbook, sometimes the teachers move away from the subject to tell the student anecdotes, stories, or personal experience. And still, textbook is up to now a popular non-digital teaching media in present. The third is charts, pictures, and posters. As you can see that the use of these non-digital teaching media is very important because somehow it is not only used as the teaching aids, but it's also as the decoration. It's not only decorate the walls of the classroom, but it also functional for students and teachers during the teaching and learning process. And it is mentioned that colorful charts attract the students to get attracted to the classroom. Next, we have maps, atlases, and globes. Somehow we can use this mostly in geography class because by using these non-digital teaching aids, the lesson of geography become more realistic when we as a teacher use these wall maps, atlases, and globes to make the students easy to understand and to comprehend the various geographical concepts. Right now, maps or globes are quite rare at the classroom because students prefer to use the digital maps that can be easily find at their smartphone or tablet. And for the fifth non-digital teaching media, we have flashcards, flipcards, and worksheets. Flashcards is very popular when we teach children or kids about colors, numbers, animals, and so on because flashcards has various colors, so it can attract the audience very easily. It is also useful because it can be used for small classes to, for example, teaching vocabulary and another important concepts. And how about worksheets? Worksheets are an important aid to the students to work out the exercises given in these worksheets. It is common in high school for the teachers to copy the worksheets to the students, and the students will do the worksheet at their home. For the six types, we have crossword puzzles, quizzes, and storytelling. As we can see that crossword puzzles and other quizzes held in school from time to time also serve as a sort of teaching aids. Somehow, using crossword is beneficial for teacher because the students will not get bored with the process of teaching and learning because as we know that uh, using crossword sometimes we are playing, not learning something. And for the function, we can also ask the students to write stories from the picture shown to them. They may also be given incomplete stories to complete, and there are many ways to use crossword puzzle, quizzes, and storytelling. And the last one is dramatization and plays. Dramatization and one-act plays enacted in the classrooms based on the subjects of study also serve as important teaching aids. Oh, the very last one is the dictionaries and encyclopedias. Dictionary for language students are very important, although most of the students rely the dictionaries on the digital one. But it is obligatory for some teachers to ask the students to have the hard, the real dictionaries because dictionaries or another book of reference always come to help the teacher and students when they want to find out the meaning of any word or an idea. I think that's all for the non-digital teaching media that can be used in the classroom. I hope you can get the explanation from the slides and see you on the next video of teaching and learning.